I am disappointed to say that we are about to do a review on this Madam Web movie that came out on Valentine's Day, February 14th. Now, real quick, I just Googled Madam Web just to bring up the Wikipedia. 2.6 rating, audience rating for the movie.
I feel like they're giving too much praise for this movie. I mean, let's get into it. We watched this movie so you didn't have to. I'm sorry, I can't say that with a straight face. Where to start with this movie, man? I don't know how you go ahead.
I tell you what. So I don't know if you remember me laughing at the beginning of the movie. I was just thinking to myself, and I just started laughing. I was like, you know what? I should have read the backstory about Madam Web before I sat down and watched this movie because I don't know nothing about this character. So I was like, I just had a feeling this movie about to be boring. And then sure, like it went a total different direction than what my mind imagined it was going to be after I watched the first trailer. And something told me that I already wasn't looking forward to watching it anyway because I was like, if Spider-Man ain't in it, it really don't have my interest. But it just didn't seem like it just had a direction of where it wanted to go with the movie.
Most definitely. Like it feels like just Sony just threw it out there just to give a quick extra buck, even though I'm pretty sure they knew this movie wasn't even going to be like a success. They just like, screw it. We'll just take our losses, write it off on our taxes next year. And like, going to this movie, I didn't know much about Madam Web either. I know that she's related to Spider-Man, that she's like a medium or something like that, like a psychic.
Mm-hmm.
That she can see the future. Besides that, I really don't know much about her character like that. And going in here, like you stated earlier, not having Spider-Man in the movie, it's a bummer. So I already kind of knew, like, going into Sony is not gonna do great with this movie. And god damn, I don't even know where to start or end with this movie because it did not. They had no like direction, right? It looked like it had potential to go up, and it just went like 360, like it didn't move at all, bro. I don't think I have anything nice and positive to say about this movie, bro. Like I really went in here thinking, okay, this movie might be decent. I mean, how you go from Venom to Spider-Man across the Spider-Verse, and then you go to Morbius, and then you go to Madam Web, bro. Like it just seems like it just keeps going down. Like Sony doesn't know what they're doing, bro. They just need to stop and just let Kevin Feige deal with the Marvel characters, bro. Just give it back. Just stop playing with this shit. Like, just give the Spider-Man characters back to Marvel so we can actually get some good movies. God damn it, you know what I'm saying?
Right. I couldn't agree more. I will say, I was like, let's take this from the top, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, we start this movie off in Peru. Constance Webb. That's Madam Web's
Full
Cassandra.
name.
Well,
Cassandra.
Cassandra is her real name, but her mom's name is Constance Webb. She dies after she gets shot and betrayed by her research team member Ezekiel Sims, and he just wants to take claim a spider for himself that was like guarded by a tribe in Peru. So when Ezekiel shoots Constance, the tribe saves Constance, and they try to revive her with the bite of the spider. And I'm assuming the powers of the bite from the spider transferred into Cassandra, and the powers just lie dormant within Cassandra until she became an adult. So we fast forward to the adult version of Cassandra, and she's currently like a paramedic in New York City. And what caught my interest was, she said Ben, and then we find out that Ben is Ben Parker, Peter Parker's uncle. Yeah, Uncle Ben. So then I was like, okay, you got me there. Like I'm interested to see what the connection is here. So like we find out that Ben's sister, she's pregnant with Peter, and he's just meeting May at the time. So like I'm thinking we're gonna get like a little bit of a backstory with how this whole thing just ended up turning into what it was. And then obviously it just switched back over to Cassandra, where she has a moment where she's saving a victim that was in a car accident that was about to fell off the bridge into the water. And then she just starts having like these visions when she gets stuck into the car and she's underwater and she's talking to the tribe at the same time. And then all of a sudden now she's like, she can see the future, and like, it's like just repeating over and over again in her mind. And everybody just sitting there just looking at her like she's crazy or whatnot. And I'm just like, okay, this is going somewhere. But I want to say probably after the subway scene where she saved the three girls, Julia, Anya, and Maddie. That's where I was just like, where, what are we doing here? Because like Ezekiel, he gets these powers, right? He gets these powers, and there's no resistance of fighting back. We're just running. I don't understand that. I didn't get that. But that was probably the main thing for me. Like there's no, and like he
Yeah,
just died tragically. That would just didn't sit right with me. He just died tragically.
like like they didn't even specify what the spider could actually do in Peru. It just gave magical powers, I guess. And like, after he killed Cassandra's mom, he took the spider. They don't show that he gets bit by the spider, so we don't know he has superpowers or super strength of what you want to call it. And then he's like struck with like nightmares of like the same three chicks who are going to kill him in a spot, and they're all dressed up in suits, like superhero suits, and he's plagued day after day with the same nightmare for years. And he's trying to find these three girls. So it's implied that his vision was like basically the future of seeing himself die over and over again by the same three women. And then he has this chick as like a secretary, I guess you want to call her. Like, I don't know what her deal is, because they don't even explain her backstory, not even like why she's even helping this dude Ezekiel out in the first place. Like, what has he like got over her? Like, what is he threatening to kill her or what? Like, she just helps him. And like, they're looking for, first of all, he's looking for three grown women who at the time are teenagers, who happen to be all spider women at this point. Well, not in this point in timeline, but eventually they are going to turn into spider women. And like, I don't see the motivation besides the only fact is that he's trying to survive and not be killed by the hands of three spider women. And it's just all over the place, bro. Then we kind of find out he finds them. They all happen to be in like, what was it? The train station. And then Cassandra ends up bumping with the three chicks and ends up seeing like them dying by the hands of Ezekiel. And then you find out that he has a spider suit. First of all, why does he need a spider suit? They don't even explain that backstory. Like, why is he wearing a suit? Like couldn't he just like go walking around however he wants or dress like a mask, just a mask, not a whole full body armor suit, like to kill three girls that are technically teenagers? I mean, I don't know. And then he looks like Spider-Man, but like he has no webs, so it's kind of like, what are you? Like, you didn't even, and then on top of that, they didn't give him a name. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's like, introduce yourself when you're the villain, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? I just felt like this movie, to be honest with you, like it didn't take itself serious. The best I could describe this movie to you is basically Final Destination meets like, I don't know, fucking Terminator. Like, I don't know, because it seemed like Cassandra kept real, like she could just do do-overs again, and I'm like, I'm confused. Like, did that just actually happen? And then like, oh wait, so it's not really. She's not really going through it. She sees the future before it happens, seconds before it happens. So she can either change it over and over again. So technically she's changing the timeline. So isn't that messing with the timeline too? Like, well, that's TVA, but that's not even the same thing. We're not even talking about, we're talking about Marvel associated with Sony, but I'm just sitting
I
here
wouldn't
like,
want to associate with Sony at all. You know what? We'll get to it. We'll get to that in a second. But I wouldn't even want to associate myself with Sony after I sat down and I watched this movie. I'm like, yo, this bullshit. This is the best you could do. Like for real. I think I can go in there and direct something way better than this. And I don't even know the backstory yet. I'm gonna look it up later. But this freaking movie was horrible. Horrible.
Yeah, facts.
You know my routine. I drink a Celsius before I even go into the movie theater before I can fall asleep. Why am I still about to fall asleep while I'm watching this movie?
Hey, you and me both, bro. I was falling asleep. I'm sitting there like, wait, what, am I like? I thought for a second that I overslept in the movie theater and woke up in another movie. I'm like, yo, wait, hold on. Like, what am I watching now? Like, why is we watching the same movie? Damn. And like, just because you make a Spider-Man movie and you imply that Peter Parker is not even born yet, and you just slap it on a movie and say, hey, it's connected to Spider-Man, which by the way, I didn't even know it was connected to Venom, apparently, like from like the community, like with the Spider-Man community and Sony already established that this movie takes place in the Venomverse. So that would have been nice if you implied that actually happened in Venom, because you got no recollection of Venom in there, but I mean, it is in the past, but I just felt like it was just out of place, bro. Like I'm not even going to connect you to Venom because Venom don't even deserve that, and that franchise is okay. Like, I feel like just disrespecting Venom, bro. Like, it really just is. And it don't even get me started with the chase scenes. And like, I really thought they were going to kill Spider-Man in this movie. Like, well, Peter Parker in this movie. Because remember, they implied they were going to call him Richard Parker. And then on top of that, like, I really thought, that Cassandra was going to accidentally kill the Spider-Woman, bro. At some point, there were so many times it's in there, yo, she gonna get these kids killed, bro. And basically, you're helping this dude, you're helping the villain out, bro. I really thought she was gonna kill him by accident, because there were so many times where they should have died.
No bull. And like, and the only reason why I was like holding in there was because of the fact I thought there was gonna be like some type of reference to like a Spider-Man movie that was gonna come out. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah. I don't know, like there was no post-credit scene.
Oh yeah, don't even get me started with that. You could tell that they were like, I don't think we should connect this to any more movies. Like, I think we just need to leave it alone. I think the director was like, I just take this L. Yo, I'm sorry for directing this movie. We're not even going to do no credit scenes. Like, we're not connecting this to anything. It's just going to be in its own little universe. And don't even get me started with the ending too, because the villain just got squished like a bug from a sign. And then it's like, you know what really grinded my gear about this movie, bro? Because I'm just going to get it out there. Like, I don't care that, the movie sucked. But to be honest with you, we're talking about a superhero movie. Why the fuck did none of these chicks get superpowers? Like, I mean, you mentioned that they're going to get superpowers. You give us a fruition of like the future of them wearing the spider suits, and then we get the ending, and then she's blinded. Cassandra's blinded, and she can see the future. And she tells her kids, well, that's another thing too. She adopted them. And it tells them like the future has like great things in store for you guys. Your guys are gonna be great one day. You just don't know it yet. That's it. Like, they don't get bit by the spider. Like, they don't even fight the villain. Like, just ran away. Like, I don't know, bro. That shit really grinded my gear. I'm like, yo, when are they gonna get bit by a spider and get superpowers to fight the villain, bro? I really thought they was gonna have a brawl.
Where does this work out into a Spider-Verse if it takes place in a Spider-Verse? Because like now you have like 3 Spider Women just roaming around New York City that nobody knows about.
Yeah, and God knows if they get their superpowers, because technically, like I said, like Sony announced that it's supposed to be in the Venomverse. So, I mean, so not only do you got a Spider-Man who we don't even know is Spider-Man in that universe, You got Morbius walking around here. You got Vulture walking around from another universe from the MCU into this universe, and then you got three Spider Women who have never been heard of before. Make it make sense. Like you can see where they don't know what they want, bro. They're like, we want a Spider-Man, we don't know who's Spider-Man. We got three Spider Women, by the way, surprise, but they don't have any superpowers, so I don't. And then we have Morbius, and
where are we going with it?
Where are we going with it? And then we got Kraven the Hunter coming up next, and I'm kind of already iffy about this now. Like, if these movies are going to be this terrible, why even bother to go watch them in the movie theater in the first place, bro?
You was looking forward to Kraven the Hunter too.
I am. I'm still excited to watch it, but I'm kind of like I should just go in there with with low expectations, because all I'm gonna do is get hurt, bro. Because like I said, we went to watch a superhero movie and we don't even get any superheroes. Like make it make sense. What the fuck am I watching, bro? I'm sitting there like, yo, so when are they gonna get bit by these spiders and get superpowers and fight the villain? And on top of that, the villain's about to murk these two tricks, and he takes his mask off, bro. What is with the villains doing that shit? Like they gotta give a whole speech before they murk before they murk the heroes. Like, bro, just get it over with. The fuck? Like, you're right there. You have in the palm of your hands. Why are you talking about, yeah, I told you I was going to stop you from killing me. I got you. You can't stop me. There's nothing you can do. Signed what was that? A letter S falls on him or some shit? And this is a dude with superpowers.
He gets hit by a car. Blatantly gets hit by a car. The little side's going to finish him off like that.
It is a dude who's rich and had money and get easily bested by 4 women that were just normal with no superpowers. Ain't nothing wrong with that. I'm just trying to make it make sense, bro. Like, well, what's the point of having this dude with superpowers if he wasn't going to fucking use it?
No bull.
Like, I don't get it, bro. It boggled my mind when I'm sitting there watching, because I know you were laughing with me too, bro. I was like, yo, dude, he could just easily work these chicks, right? Like, why don't you just do it? But now you got to give the whole 5-minute speech. I've been rehearsing this for a long time. Hey, shut the fuck up and just get it over with, bro. Cassandра's over there.
So like, did you? My hopes were going up when Cassandra went back to Peru and she met with the tribe leader. I'm thinking, oh, bet she about to get some powers. Bet she about to control. She won't be able to control me. Her seeing the future. She gonna be able to crawl on walls and some more stuff. Man, all he said to her was, "You what did he say? You have great power. You will learn to control it." I'm like, all right, bet. That's what I'm talking about. Then she go back to New York and she just acting like the same old.
I think somewhere down the line he said, "You have great powers. Comes with a lot of responsibility," or something like that. I'm like, bro,
something like that. I don't know, but
you're trying to pull the Peter Parker shit on. Yo, stop it. And on top of that, you don't got the physical strength, but you got the mind aspect of the superpowers. I'm like, but that's not going to help her scenario. Basically, you know what I'm saying?
Basically. So, is this the worst Sony movie that we've seen?
You mean the Sony movie? I definitely have to agree with you, because it's. I think it's the worst, bro. Because at least Morbius gets superpowers, and that movie was terrible.
That actually had me on the edge of my seat for a good minute, though. I ain't gonna hold you. Probably when I got to the end, I was like, nah. Hell no. Hell no.
Because to be honest, we didn't get any action scenes, bro. It was just 4 chicks running from a crazy psychopath that was just trying to murk them.
Running with random explosions.
Yeah.
That was it. Running with random explosions. And then we get this freaking day.
And then we get this stupid ass ending where it's talking about they might get superpowers in the future. God knows when it's gonna happen. It's like the biggest letdown I've ever seen in a superhero movie. Like, how do you promote a superhero movie with no superheroes in it? Especially when you got 3 of them. So are they making a second one?
So it didn't line up for me at the end where she's just sitting in the chair with these big ass goggles on. Like, what's the point of this?
So in the comics, she's blind.
I get that. I get
Yeah.
that, but at the end, I'm trying to figure out what was the point. I don't even know how I want to explain it, but yeah, I don't understand like the whole fact that you adopted the girls, and then we did like I'm thinking when they did that little time jump, it was like a couple months later or something like that.
Yeah.
She's sitting in she's in the clock tower and she has the glasses on. The girls just laughing, bringing the food back. I'm like, yo, like I'm thinking, shouldn't they have their powers by now? And they should be like, having costumes and saving cats out trees and stuff like that, or something like that. To give us just give us something to get our hopes up for a sequel, and we didn't get that.
Not even a future reference to Spider-Man. Like Spider-Man's like saving the day somewhere. You know what I'm saying? Or they even mention his name out there. Like we want to be like him, a spider person. Like something freaking, like nothing.
There's nothing to leave the theater with. And I'll tell you the biggest blower that I had during the movie was, like I said, the post credit scene. Like we sitting there waiting, I'm like, oh, bet we about to get like a Venom post credit scene or some shit like that. And then when they come down with when they come out with the first credits, where it just flashes, and it's not the rolling ones, it just flashes. And then after those credits were up, then the lights came on. Then I was like, man, fuck, man, ain't no post credit scene. Let's get out of here.
Hey, I was mad as shit when I saw that. I was like, wait, that's it? Like nothing? Like I sat here waiting for the whole credits to just roll for me to just get told, get the fuck out your seat and go. Like, like you're free to go. Like I was punished. I don't know, bro. Like if this is what Sony has in store for the future with their characters for Spider-Man, they just need to stop. Just stop. Just let the professionals handle this. Like, go get help. Like, stop meddling. Just like, okay, cool. You want to make Spider-Man movies? I'm not against you doing it. You own the characters. You own like 900 characters of Spider-Man. Just get Kevin Feige to co-sign everything y'all do before you even consider filming, before you even start hitting that freaking camera. Like, get Kevin Feige to be like, no, that's stupid. Stop. Just stop. No. And then you want to know why Disney doesn't want to associate with Sony.
I don't blame him. I really don't blame him. So what movie is this? This is movie 5. Venom
2.
Venom 2.
Morbius. Madam Web, and then you got Craven. Yeah, 4. And then we got Craven the Hunter next, and then Venom 3.
Which one comes first?
Craven.
All this year.
I can't remember exactly. I think it's in the summer. I want to say June. And then we got Venom somewhere in the end of the year.
In November for Venom.
I don't know, bro. I'm kind of just like, at this point, like, I don't even know why they bothered to even release this in the movie theater. Like, to be honest with you, the only one I saw who tried to give their best in acting was, well, what's her name? Cassandra Dakota Johnson. I felt like she was the only one really trying in this movie, bro, because everybody seemed to, they just kind of like was there. Like they knew that the script was garbage, and they were just like, well, we getting paid for this, so might as well have fun while we're at it. Because I really felt like none of the characters took it serious. You got Mike Epps in this, what's his name? Adam Scott, if you know him from Parks and Recs. Emma Roberts, which I was also shocked to see her in as plays
Mary Parker.
Parker. I don't know.